Thank you. How is everybody? Full after lunch? Not too sleepy, I hope. That's what happens. You have a big lunch, you fall asleep, and it's very hot in here. So hopefully we don't get too sleepy. So yeah, as Ekaterina said, my name is Alex Warren, and yes, I work for National Geographic Learning. But we don't have time for lots of introductions, so we get straight into the session. Let's see. I think earlier I said hello to all the ladies, but I think there's one gentleman, so hi over there. Oh, got two, there we go. My colleague Tim as well. Come on up. Come on in, hide at the back, hide at the front. Come on in, we'll squeeze you in. Somehow. Okay, so yeah, you can see the session is going to be all about making an impact, using thematic approach to language learning to develop 21st century global citizens. Because 21st century global citizens is a buzzword really nowadays. Because as English language teachers, we have a big responsibility to make sure that our students are ready for a global society. Right? There are currently estimated 3 billion non-native speakers of English, compared to 800 million like me. So the chances are your students are going to be speaking to non-native speakers. Therefore, they need to have this awareness of the world around them, and also to have the skills to be able to cooperate, collaborate within this kind of environment. And actually, that kind of changes the whole perspective of what education is, and what teaching English is. And I'm going to share a nice quote with you just to start the session. And it's all about this. 21st century education is like giving students a set of skills, knowledge, values, and abilities they need to develop in order to succeed in learning, work, and life in the information age. And our role is just that, to empower teens for life. So we have a big responsibility. We're teaching them English, we're teaching them skills for life. Come on in. I'm sure we can squeeze you in somewhere. But before we kind of explore how we can make or use materials to develop global citizens, I think it's important maybe to define what exactly we mean by a global citizen. So, you know, a little growing global citizen here, but what is it? What is somebody who is a global citizen? What do they do? What do they believe in? So, a quick activity with the person next to you. I would like you to finish this sentence. A global citizen is someone who... ... I'll give you 1 minute. Try to write a short, succinct, one-sentence completion to that start of the sentence. Okay, you ready? Can I hear you? Ready? Steady? Go. Finish that sentence.
Yeah, no.
Okay, that's long enough. We haven't got too much time. Anyone would like to volunteer an answer to this? Any suggestions?
Adaptable.
Somebody who's adaptable, absolutely. Open-minded, absolutely.
Flexible.
Flexible. Ready for a
change.
Ready for a change, absolutely. I think all of these things are included within it. I'm going to refer to Oxfam, the charity Oxfam, because they did quite a lot of research into this idea of global citizenship. And they tell us this: it's someone who is aware of and understands the wider world and their place in it. They take an active role in their community and work with others to make our planet more equal, fair, and sustainable. And I think the key thing here is it's about an active role. It's not just giving them information and then taking that on. How can we develop them to use that in an active way? Put what they're learning into practice. And we'll look at that in a little while. But certainly one way in which we can do this is by using appropriate materials and using a thematic approach to language learning. Okay, so what is this thematic approach to language learning? Really simple answer. It's an instructional method of teaching in which emphasis is given on choosing a specific theme for teaching one or many concepts. It takes place when different disciplines are all centered towards one definite concept. It is not CLIL. CLIL is teaching another subject through English. This is learning or teaching English using examples from other themes. Okay? And there are many benefits to this approach. First of all, it supports students to learn in meaningful and authentic ways. We want the learning experience to be as natural, as real world, as relevant to them as possible. And that's what a thematic approach gives the students. Secondly, it's more active and engaged, or it creates more active and engaged readers and writers. If they're interested in what they're learning about, they're more likely to be motivated. Therefore, that's what real-world content can do. It helps build critical thinkers and problem solvers through the activities that we do. It encourages interaction, collaboration, cooperation, again through the type of tasks that can be associated with it. And it provides opportunities for students to learn in different ways and using different intelligences. So it covers all range of learners: interpersonal, intrapersonal, auditory, visual, kinesthetic. All those learners can be covered by doing the right kind of tasks. And finally, research suggests that student achievement and motivation is raised. Do you want your students to be motivated? Yeah, you do. Of course you do. Do you want them to have great achievements? Of course you do. And more than that, we want them to love learning English. We want them to dance into the English language classroom, happy and jolly, knowing that what they're going to be doing there is meaningful, real world, and is more than just learning a subject. Because English isn't a subject, it's a skill. So, that's what thematic learning is, that's the benefits of it. But, what themes should we be teaching? What 21st century themes do you think we should be teaching our children in school? Have a very quick discussion with the person next to you. Okay? What is the answer? What 21st century themes should you teach your students? 1 minute, go. Okay, that's long enough. We're zipping along here. So, what ideas? What theme should we be teaching our students?
Space.
Okay, so let's go down to the idea of technology, maybe, and sort of that kind of thing. Yeah, absolutely.
So the topics which are interesting to them, like music,
Okay.
technologies, traveling, and
Okay, so anything that interests them. Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Social awareness.
Social awareness, for sure.
Ecology.
Ecology,
Digital literacy.
digital literacy,
Diversity.
diversity, all of these things, absolutely right. They're all good.
Tolerance.
Tolerance.
Social communication.
Good, I'm glad you mentioned that. We're going to come back to that in a little while. I'm going to give the answer. So there's an organisation in the United States called the Partnership for 21st Century Learning. And it's an organisation of big universities and big business. And they kind of got together to identify key cross-curricular themes that learners need to know about. And those 5 themes were global awareness, which includes cultural awareness, all these kind of things. Secondly, it included health literacy. It included civic literacy. It included financial and economic literacy. And the fifth one, can you guess the fifth one? Not digital, it was actually environmental literacy. So these are the kind of the key big themes. Yes, a lot of the things you said should be included as well, but these themes should be interweaved into all the different curriculums throughout the different subjects, not just English. But these are the key areas, of course subdivided with different headings as well. So these are the topics which your students need to know about on a larger scale. So how can we teach these through English? Well, we're going to look at environmental literacy because it's the most common one, I suppose. So, here we go. We've got a nice picture. What is happening though? What can you see? What is going on? Is it a pillow? I like this. Is it a pillow fight? Not a pillow fight. Okay, they're plastic bags. Okay, they're plastic bags. Okay. What are they doing with the plastic bags? They're giving a demonstration? Okay, so maybe they're campaigning against plastic bags? Maybe. Where are they all from, do you think? Japan. They're all Japanese. But where are they? Are they in Japan? We don't. They're not in Japan. I'll tell you they're not in Japan. What are a lot of them wearing? Football, yeah. So they're at a football match. And actually, this wasn't in Russia this year, I'm afraid. This was in Brazil at the last World Cup. And what are they doing with their plastic bags? Sorry?
It's like they were collecting everything they left.
Exactly. Perfect. And hopefully you saw that this year. And I saw pictures in the press actually. So yes, when they go to football matches, Japanese, they all take plastic bags. And they clear up the stadium as they're leaving. How good is that? It's amazing, right? They're environmentally aware. So it's quite an inspiring picture from that point of view. And as Jack Johnson tells us, an individual action multiplied millions creates global change. So just imagine if it wasn't just Japanese people that did this, but every nationality. That's a dream, right? That would be good. So we're taking a theme, we're using images to introduce that theme, but of course we can use it to get discussing about it as well. When you attend a sporting event, do you clean up? What fun things can you think of that might not be good for the environment? What do you do for fun that doesn't harm the environment? So it's making it very personal, getting the students to reflect on how they behave, but also what they can do to be an active participant, like we saw in the Oxfam quote. So we can teach discussion skills, speaking through these thematic topics. We can also teach grammar using the thing. This is from the same unit. And this is a lesson all about every student's favourite grammar point, the passive. Woo! Come on, who doesn't love the passive? Okay, I know. So, we're using the context of this environmental footprint, but putting it together with the passive. It's making learning that grammar real world. And I think sometimes students, especially the passive, like, I don't need it that much. But if we can attach it to a certain theme, it can make it more memorable. Especially when we kind of put it into a context with which they're familiar. So it's all about having the right task design. So here it's getting students to work in groups, talk about environmental improvements they could do for their school or city. What has been done? What can they do? What will be done in the near future? It's making them aware. But not just passively, it's trying to get them to be active as well. And of course it creates good grammar practice, real relevant grammar practice, but also real relevant speaking practice too. And another sort of speaking task here. Write 5 things that can be done to reduce the use of plastic in your daily life. Use the passive. So, if you're students say, I don't need the passive, well actually you can use the passive really easily. It has real life implementations. Okay, You can teach reading through it as well. Can anyone guess where? Oops, sorry. Can anyone guess where this might be? Without reading. What does it look like? Do you want to go swimming in the swimming pool? Probably not, right? It doesn't look too nice. This is actually a swimming pool from the Athens Olympics. And this one, though, is a swimming pool from the Chinese Olympics. So it's an article all about how Olympic sites can be recycled, reused, not just go to waste. We can practice listening through it. We can practice writing through it. All of the skills, all of the systems can be practiced using a thematic approach. And we can also use real people. National Geographic explorers, in this case Jack Johnson, and he's telling us to reduce your footprint, using a role model to present an idea. A role model so that they can look up to, maybe copy, maybe follow. Hopefully, who can inspire as well. So we can teach all those traditional skills, all those traditional systems through a thematic approach. But also, we can teach those more modern skills, the 21st century skills, the 4 C's, right? These are intrinsic in everything that we do with a thematic approach to learning. You've got your critical thinking, your communication, your collaboration, your creativity. And as we know, these are vital for the future. They are the skills that separate students who are prepared for complex life and work environments in the 21st century and those who are not. We have to incorporate these into all of our lessons, wherever we can. How? Let's have a quick look. So here's another beautiful image of butterflies. Pretty, right? But there's a message. You know, here's the message. We're all part of nature and the ecosystem, not something separate. Okay. Do we agree with this? Do we disagree with this? We want the students to share their opinions. They can communicate, they can collaborate. So this is the kind of question we can ask. On a scale of 1 to 10, how far do you agree with Juliana's statement? We ask that question to students in groups, in pairs. They're all going to have different opinions, different ideas. But they're sharing those ideas, they're communicating, they're collaborating, and hopefully thinking critically at the same time. How does that make you feel? It's a bit scary. Scary? Okay. I'm going to ask you 2 questions. Where is he? Why is he wearing a panda suit? Oh, it's a sanctuary?
China, yes.
Is it somewhere in China? So what's he doing with the panda? But why wearing that suit? Not to attract attention? Not to scare the baby panda? Maybe? But what are you doing?
Pretending to be a mother panda.
He's pretending to be a mother panda? But why?
Just to show the authentic atmosphere, like real atmosphere,
Okay.
the little bears.
Absolutely. And what are you doing when you're thinking critically? You're analysing the photo, applying your ideas to it. Okay, we're going to watch a short video, okay? And I'm going to warn you, okay? It's very, very cute. It comes with a health warning. But before you watch it, it's called Into the Real World, Photographing Pandas with Amy Vitale. Before you watch, what do you think it will be about? Is it returning pandas to the wild or looking for pandas in the wild? Hands up if you think it's about A, returning pandas to the wild, about half, and then looking for pandas in the wild. Okay, about 50-50. Let's watch the video. Remember, health warning, too cute. So hang on. Our volumes stopped working maybe. So, it was working earlier, hang on. Hang on. It's not working. Oh no. Let me give me 1 second. Hang on. Hang on. Okay. This should work now. Oh no. Okay. No. Yeah, I thought so too. Yeah. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Okay, hang on. This is a shame. We're going to get this working. No, it's on full volume. No. Oh, come on. We did check this. This is a bit frustrating. Okay.
Back on.
Yeah, with the screen.
From the laptop.
Is it even that's not working now? No. Right, we have one more try. Plug that in. That's fine. No. Okay. Let's watch it without sound and just enjoy the pictures, okay? If we get up here. It's worth watching, I promise you, if we can get it working up there. Okay. So I apologise for lack of sound. But you can enjoy it like this. I'll make it available somehow. It's all real. Yeah, I'll never make it. There's voiceover. Okay. I apologise there's no voiceover, but hopefully you got a sense of what it's all about, right? About those poor, beautiful little baby pandas in China. But of course, if we've been able to listen to this post-viewing, post-watching, you can then do all the questions. But you know what? Never do it on their own. Always do it in pairs. Because they're doing it in pairs, they're working together the whole time, they're communicating, they're collaborating. Here's another bit. This is trying to get them to be a bit more creative. Because teenage learners are very, very creative, but we need to give them that opportunity to be creative. So very often I'll find a nice funny picture related to the theme topic, and I will do this. Oh, speech bubble, right? So any suggestions for what the panda's thinking? What the work is saying? Any guesses, any suggestions?
Are you my mummy?
Well, what have you done with my mummy, maybe? Well, you're not my mummy. Where's sorry?
When's the lunchtime?
Yeah, when's lunch? Absolutely. Any other suggestions? Okay, but your students will be creative, they'll think of funny things. And they're using language, using grammar, using vocabulary to make it entertaining for themselves. And then, at the end we can bring it back to this idea of project work as well. Project work lends itself perfectly with the idea of thematic learning. It brings all that learning to a head at the end of a unit of work. And so in this case it is getting them to, they have a choice. Plan and hold an endangered animal quiz. Write a diary entry for one of the workers. Make a wild animal poster. So it's actually, like we said earlier, getting them to be active. Taking what they've learned and putting that into practice in some form or another. And students love projects because they're student-centered. They can work at their own pace. They can be creative. They can be communicative, collaborative, however you want to do it. But students enjoy doing them. So just to sum up really quickly. A thematic approach to learning enables learners to learn about the world and their place in it. It supports students in learning in a meaningful, authentic and real way. It engages, it motivates learners to be active learners. It builds those 21st century skills. It helps learners to communicate effectively. And all of this is done in English, importantly. I just want to finish with a quick quote from a guy called John Dewey, who's a famous American educationalist. And he says this: "Education is not preparation for life. Education is life itself." And we need to remember that when we go into the classroom with the materials that we use. It will engage students, they'll be interested. It makes learning English real for them. Not like other subjects, which they may not see the relevance of. English is real and meaningful for them. So thank you very much. I think we've got time for maybe a couple of questions.